Hey, everybody. One more time for all the comics in the first half, right? They were all really fucking good. It's good to be here. It's good to be in Sydney. Here's one reason. Right now, as we speak, there is a city in Texas that's trying to make it legal for retarded people to own guns. The couple honest people who laughed in the center, that is the correct response. I know everyone else was trying to be polite, but you guys were right, because the courts and the judges agreed with you, lovely people. They were like, no. Fucking no. Nope. But here's the twist. Republicans, conservatives, started to protest. They were like on TV, and they were marching, and they were protesting, saying how the founding fathers of America would want everybody to own guns, right? And I was watching them march, and they had their signs, and they were chanting. They were saying, the founding fathers would be astonished. The founding fathers would be astonished. It's like, you know what else would astonish the founding fathers? The internet. Women voting, fucking white people doing their own laundry. That might throw them for a bit of a curveball. Those guys are fucking assholes. I don't know why we still idolize them so much. Like, I live my life by the principles of the founding fathers. And when I'm fucking my slave on what we like to call a lazy Tuesday, blah, 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 tuberculosis dead. No, fuck them. We need new heroes, man. The Constitution was like their one-hit wonder. They're like the Vanilla Ice of the political world. It's time to evolve. You guys are going to be a fucking great audience. This is my favorite city in the world, and I'm not saying that. I can say that now that I've gotten my first laugh, so it doesn't seem like I'm trying to kiss ass up front. But, like, this city is like, I would have designed this city in my head as like a stone 16-year-old. Do you know what I mean? Where I'm like, just fucking, there'll be beaches everywhere, and like half the people have jobs, and fucking... Oh, dude, different arts festivals every weekend. Just fucking put them in the parks and The Simpsons 24 hours a day. That's all I've done. I have not left my hotel. I've watched every episode of The Simpsons that I think was ever created. All right. With the act. So here's the thing. So Barack Obama's president and everything was supposed to be fixed and everything's fucking horrible because he's selling out to everybody. His first decision was he had this guy named Rick Warren give his opening prayer. If anyone doesn't know, Rick Warren, renowned homophobe, best-selling author, and one of the leaders of the religious right and one of the main funders of Proposition 8, the bill that took away rights from gay people to marry in California, right? So I go on Rick Warren's website because I want to find homophobic stuff because I want to thrash him on stage. And I found... Well, here's the thing. I found homophobic stuff, which I expected. Don't you worry, there was plenty. But I also found sexist stuff, too, which I don't know why that surprised me. I just didn't think we did that anymore. But I was like, all right, like, kicking it old school, that's fine. And essentially, they have all these commercials on the website that teach women to be subservient to their husbands. If you're a woman, you have to do whatever your husband wants, right? Thank you for being one of the only audiences not to have at least one guy go, fuck yeah, and then his wife go, really? And then him go, I'm sorry. My bad. So they had this one commercial, the one I watched, and I think I have it memorized. This very pretty, middle-aged woman sitting on the couch, cross-legged, looking into the camera, big smile, but like one of those gun-in-the-back smiles, like, ha, 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 don't shoot. This is word for word what she said. She said, "It's a relief to know that as a wife and mother, I'm not responsible for my family. I have a husband to look to for direction. I can rely on his toughness when I'm too soft." And this is the best line. "And his logic when I'm too emotional." So I wrote my own commercial that I emailed to the church. It's not as subtle, but I think it's a more honest way that they could portray their ideals. So here's a commercial. Same woman, interior living room for the film nerds. Big smile looking at the camera. when I'm on my period, the work of the devil, it's... Yeah, I didn't think that would get anything. It's a relief to know that a man will be there to cancel out everything crazy and irrational that comes out of my cave woman mouth. Why? When I'm blabbing away like the Janis Joplin fembot most women are, I just summon my husband over so he can put his cock of righteousness in my crazy hole. And we pray. Thanks, Jesus. If I wasn't so sure you existed, it would almost seem like a bunch of white men made this religion shit up so they could get whatever they wanted. Oh, well. Best city ever. And here's the thing, man. I don't want to... Here's the honest part. Is there, I reread the Bible this year, and there are some beautiful parts in the Bible. The problem is, I feel like a lot of people ignore the beautiful parts because the beautiful parts are hard. And it's just easier to hate than it is to love or than it is to work. Because if you read the Bible, it's like, love your neighbor like you would yourself. My neighbor's a fucking dick, so no. Frank, give all your money to the poor. That's fucking ridiculous. No. Like, Jesus actually said that. Jesus said, give all of your money to the poor. So if that's true, disqualifies me. It disqualifies these right-wing televangelists in America. It disqualifies Rick Warren. It disqualifies the Vatican, Vatican City. Because that doesn't look like you're giving all of your money to the poor. That looks like you're taking money from poor people to make these giant love me forts. Like, I feel like, kind of, right? Like, I feel like if Jesus came back, he would be furious. Especially because a lot of times, what do they spend the money on? Well, they spend the money on these giant statues of Jesus, these shrines to Jesus. And it's like, what kind of diva rock princess Jesus do they think is coming back that he's gonna be like, I'm back, where are my fucking statues? That doesn't sound like Jesus talk. I didn't think Jesus had that kind of ego. Like, you really think it's gonna be like, Jesus is back and he's on his cell phone. Yeah, sorry boys, talking to Hollywood about my sweet ass book deal. Is that my statue? I said gold. Don't you know who my fucking father is? Ew, a homeless person. Crucify this. Just like, oh my God. Jesus is a fucking asshole. What do? Do we kill him? No, he's just gonna come back. And that's awkward.